Cardano and Solana have yielded significant returns for investors in 2021. Cardano is up well over 15x since the start of the year, and Solana is up over 100x. In today's video, we're going to talk about a couple of surprise announcements that just came out with regards to Cardano and Solana, which I think will help propel them to record high prices and potentially surpass Ethereum in terms of market cap. And we're also going to go over a couple of important things going on in the overall crypto market. We're going to try and keep this one quick and simple. So if you enjoy this sort of content, well then please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to check out our Patreon group. We have less than 5 spots remaining. I show you guys my $700,000 portfolio on Robinhood, my $200,000 portfolio on Webull, and my 7-figure portfolios with crypto on a couple of other accounts. Anyways, first thing is what is going on with the overall crypto market. So right now we're continuing to see a bit of a correction take place with crypto, a bit of a consolidation period. We're seeing for the most part, everything is in the red. Bitcoin is down 3.8%, Ethereum is down 7%, Cardano is down nearly 10%. The only one that is in the green, at least over the last 7 days, is Solana. So a lot of people are getting worried. Are we entering a bear market? Is it time to take some profits? Should you get out of your positions? But the thing to keep in mind right now is that we still have a couple of key support levels, which, in my opinion, show that Bitcoin and the entire market is still very bullish. We're seeing that Bitcoin has a key support at $43,000 per coin, and something very interesting is happening with regards to the total Bitcoin that is on exchanges right now. Right now, we're seeing that the available Bitcoin on exchanges is reaching record lows, so we're starting to see a sort of sell-side liquidity crisis, where there is very little Bitcoin on exchanges, which means the second that we see a flip in the market, the second that we see people start buying and accumulating more, there's not much Bitcoin available to be bought, which means we could see a sort of supply squeeze and see the price rocket back up to $50,000 per coin very, very quickly. So overall, in terms of technicals, what is going on in the market? Yes, we have seen a bit of a correction, but we still have a strong support at $43,000 per coin, between $43,000 and $44,000 per coin. And we're also seeing record lows in terms of how much Bitcoin is on exchanges, which is a very positive sign. Means that people who own Bitcoin right now are keeping it long term, and also in the event that we start seeing people accumulate more, we're going to see the prices rocket up very, very quickly because there isn't a lot of supply. Second thing going on is with Solana. So Solana has been continuing to outshine all of the cryptos while we've been seeing this correction. While Solana is down over the last 24 hours, in the last 7 days, Solana's price is up over 21%, when most cryptos are down over the last 7 days. Solana's price reached an all-time high of $215 per coin. Now it is a little bit lower than that, but the big thing that has been going on with Solana recently is that first, we have seen institutional investors continue to pour more and more money into Solana, and in a weekly report that comes out from blockchain data analytics company CoinShares, we saw that a record $13.2 million was poured into Solana-backed investment products the week ending September 3rd, 2021. And this was a record from institutional investors. We could see right here that it was one of the highest cryptos in terms of institutional investor interest. Bitcoin was the highest. They had $59 million of inflows. Ethereum had $14.4 million of inflows, and Solana had $13.2 million worth of inflows. I think we're going to continue to see this trend take place, and when we see the report for next week, it'll be interesting to see if we see this trend continuing, which I think will happen because we have seen consistently over the last 3 to 4 weeks, institutional investors pour more and more money into Solana. With regards to price predictions, before we get into a couple of surprise announcements with Cardano and Solana, with regards to price predictions, Solana has had a couple of major price predictions come out from top analysts, top executives of crypto companies over the last 24 to 48 hours. The first is that Peter, who is the co-founder and CEO at payment service firm Mercurio, he came out and said that the Solana outperformance in the market that we have seen recently is more or less the continuation of its growth run in recent times. Basically, what he's saying is that we have seen Solana's price go up over 100x in 2021 because of how many projects are being built on the network because of the NFT market, the NFT ecosystem, which is growing very rapidly. Right now, we can see Solana's website, there are hundreds of projects that are already on the ecosystem, on the Solana ecosystem, and we're continuing to see this grow. Not only that though, but we're also seeing NFTs for Solana growing very, very rapidly. We've seen a number of major projects come out recently, sell out in minutes, like Degenerate Ape Academy, which is on Solana, which has done extremely well. And one of the reasons that we are seeing NFTs grow so quickly on Solana is people are looking for an alternative to Ethereum, which doesn't have as high of gas fees. Ethereum is plagued with high gas fees, so people getting into NFT space, NFT artists, they're looking for cheaper, better alternatives, and they are turning to Solana. For many times, they're turning to Solana. Second thing going on with regards to price and overall predictions for Solana is Greg Weissman, co-founder and chief operating officer of Mercurio, the same company. He came out and said that he anticipates Solana reaching $500 per coin by the end of 2021. And he said that really what we're seeing right now with Solana is very similar to what we saw with Ethereum just a couple of years ago. And for that reason, in terms of technicals, in terms of overall growth of the ecosystem, he believes that Solana could reach $500 per coin by the end of 2021. And that probably is a very conservative estimate. I think we could easily see Solana's price reach $1,000 per coin by the end of 2021, just depending on what goes on with the overall market. But we'll continue to wait and see how new projects are built on the platform and what continues to be developed. With regards to a couple of surprise announcements for both Cardano and Solana. First surprise announcement is with Solana. Solana, one of the projects that is being built on Solana is called DeFi Land. DeFi Land is a project that just raised $4.1 million, and it is a game. It is a decentralized finance game that is being launched on Solana, and this is absolutely huge. We have seen that one thing many people are talking about, why Solana could surpass Ethereum in terms of market cap, is because there are dozens and hundreds of projects being built on the back of Solana because of the benefits in terms of scalability, because of the benefits in terms of low transaction fees. And now we're starting to see that gaming seems to be taking a strong hold on Solana. Many analysts and experts in crypto predict that gaming, and combining that with NFTs, is going to be the future of decentralized finance and be the future of a lot of these ecosystems like Binance Coin, like Solana, like Cardano, like Ethereum. And whatever platform starts to see the most games be built on the back of it is going to have the advantage. It's not really important what DeFi Land is exactly about. I'm not trying to advertise the game, but the important thing is that we are seeing more and more games be built on the back of Solana. And Solana has their hackathon event coming up very soon, which is going to promote building new games, building more NFT marketplaces, building more decentralized finance applications, and that is exactly what's going to lead to the exponential growth of Solana's price. Second thing, surprise announcement with Solana is with regards to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson came out just the other day and he said Solana or Ethereum. You may think this isn't important, but what it shows us is that Solana is continuing to go more mainstream. We're seeing celebrities and people in the mainstream media talking about Solana when just a couple of months ago, they probably hadn't even heard of Solana. Yes, we had seen Jason Derulo come out recently. He also tweeted that he got into Solana in June and he has enjoyed the ride upwards recently. He's been a part of Solana. He hasn't sold any. Now we're seeing Mike Tyson come out. But for the most part, many people have not talked about Solana until recently. And this is exciting because it shows us people like Mike Tyson, who has a cool cat, which is an NFT, as his profile on Twitter. We're starting to see people like him get more involved in NFTs, and they're not just looking at Ethereum anymore. They're starting to look at Solana. So when we're talking about Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano in terms of NFTs, in terms of development, it looks like Solana and Ethereum are the two that are the most mainstream right now. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that Cardano has not rolled out smart contracts just yet, but we'll continue to wait and see what happens. But I thought this was a very good announcement because it shows how Solana is finally going mainstream, and it is solidifying itself as one of the top players in the NFT space and in DeFi. Lastly, with regards to Cardano, I want to go over a big announcement that just came out from the University College London, because they just had a research report. They'd been doing a lot of research, and they assessed the energy consumptions of leading proof of stake networks, and they concluded, which we all know, that not all proof of stake blockchains are created equal. They're all different. Not all of them are going to be exactly the same in terms of energy efficiency. And the most interesting thing about this study is that Ethereum 2.0 ranked the worst in terms of energy consumption in their study. So this is after Ethereum is going to move from Ethereum to ETH 2.0, from proof of work to proof of stake. This is once Ethereum is already more energy efficient, and they said once Ethereum moves over to ETH 2.0, it is still going to be ranked number 6, the worst in terms of all cryptocurrencies that they studied, they put in their study. So first, and the interesting thing about this is that Polkadot and Cardano rank ahead. So Cardano is ranked number 4, not the most energy efficient. There are a couple of projects that rank higher, but the important thing here is that Cardano and Ethereum are seen as major competitors. Cardano is ranked number 3 in terms of market cap. Ethereum is ranked number 2. Cardano is trying to be the Ethereum killer, and now that we're seeing that Cardano is going to be more energy efficient than Ethereum, even after ETH 2.0 rolls out, that is going to help. That is something that could propel Cardano's price higher. That could entice many institutional investors to pour more money into Cardano versus Ethereum. That is going to, entice big money players to put money into Cardano over Ethereum. So, interesting study that came out, and I just want to point this out, that even once Ethereum moves over to ETH 2.0, it is still not going to be as energy efficient as Cardano is. So we'll continue to see what happens here, but with regards to institutional investors, we're going to want to keep an eye out on this CoinShares report, which comes out every single week on Monday. It'll be interesting to see what is happening with inflows and outflows. I'm expecting to continue to see massive inflows in Solana and Cardano. Bitcoin, we may see a bit of a dip, but that is really what's going on with crypto. Overall, we are seeing a bit of a correction take place. I'm not too worried about that because we have a couple of key support levels. We're seeing a sell-side supply crisis take place for Bitcoin on exchanges, and overall, the market still looks very healthy. Don't think we've entered a bear market, but just want to let you guys know what's going on. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys.